Screaming like the start of a race. Diet Pepsi's my fuel in this Monday maze. Shake the weekend fog off my tired face. The hustling begins, no time to waste. Hey Monday, motivation, bring it on. Let's do this thing. The crowd won't stop, the fire will show. Step by step, I feel the glow. It's my time now, let's start the show. And sun clouds up higher, chasing dreams like chasing fire. Got my rhythm set to overdrive. This Monday motivation vibe's keeping me alive. Hey Monday, motivation, bring it on. Let's do this thing. The crowd won't stop, the fire will show. Step by step, I feel the glow. It's my time now, let's start the show. Street lights fading, sun climbs up higher, chasing dreams like chasing fire. Got my rhythm set to overdrive. This Monday motivation vibe's keeping me alive. Hey Monday, motivation, bring it on. Let's do this thing. The crowd won't stop, the fire will show. Step by step, I feel the glow. It's my time now, I own the show. Know that we can be heavy, but I'm tougher still. Climbing the mountain, fueled by will. Each heartbeat whispers, yes you can. I'm golden, helping every woman and man. Hey Monday, motivation, bring it on. Let's do this thing. The crowd won't stop, the fire will show. Step by step, I feel the glow. It's my time now, let's start the show.
Hey guys, what's up? It is Monday, so you know what that means. It is Monday Motivation Night. We are taking a slight break from the forgiveness series that we're doing because tonight's a very important topic tonight. We'll get to that in just a moment. But in case you do not know who I am Pamela, aka Scooterrenee. I'm your host of tonight's Monday Motivation, as I am for all Monday Motivations. I also do auctions on my channels on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, and any other time I can find to either do one on my channel or jump on somebody else's channel. I really love what I do, guys, through the blood, sweat, and tears. I love it all. So make sure you do the YouTube things. You subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Make sure you ring that bell for all notifications so you know when we go live or upload new content. And a thumbs up. I would greatly appreciate that on your way in or at the end on your way out. Those thumbs up really do matter. So I would appreciate that. Welcome in. If you are new to my channel, I hope you'll continue to come on back each week because we do different topics each week. Sometimes we do series, and that's what we've kind of been doing here lately. So yes, we're here on Monday nights at 8 p.m. Central. All the OGs, I see you popping in the chat. I always love seeing your names and your avatars and stuff. It's always so great to see you. You guys really do calm my nerves for the new people that come in. So it's like knowing that I have my support system here is always awesome. So welcome in my playback crew as well. I cannot forget you guys. If you are the playback crew, let me know in comments that you're the playback crew. Feel free to participate in the chat participation questions. If you do, you still get an entry into the monthly drawing. Also, I want to know what your word of the year is if you are the playback crew. We're going to share ours here. Do not start sharing just yet. I will let you know when we want to start sharing those. But try to hold back on sharing what your word of the year is until that time. That way I can make sure I catch them. So let's see who all is in chat and say hello to our friends. We got Tammy, Hometown Country Marketplace, Dream Chaser. Welcome in, Tammy. Good to see you. We were just over on Tammy's channel at 5:30 earlier. Me and Selena were. So make sure y'all are clicking on the three dots out to the side of the person's name. And make sure you're supporting one another by going and subscribing to the other person's channel. Takes you about maybe 5 seconds at that. We got Selena, my feather sister here. Hey, Selena, welcome in. We got Mary here. Hello, Mary. Welcome in. Good to see you. I was running a little bit late because I was trying to get some shipping done, so I apologize. But it's going to be a short night anyway. So we got Kathy here. Hey, Kathy, welcome in. Good to see you as well. Let's see. We got Joanne. Hello, Joanne. Our sweet, precious Joanne. Welcome in. Good to see you. And we got Marissa here. I'm so glad I quit calling you Maria. Welcome in. Good to see you. Lisa D, how are you? Welcome in, sweetheart. So good to see you. There's my sister. Welcome in. Cool. So good to see you. Yes. Happy Monday. My Monday started off a little rough this morning. No lie, but we're going to get through it. Hey, Wendy. Welcome in. We got Wonder Woman here. Hello. Hello. Welcome in. So good to see you. And let's see, make sure I'm not missing anybody. If I do not say hello to you, please yell at me in chat and let me know that you're here, that I missed you. Hey, Nancy, welcome in. Good to see you, sweet Nancy. All right. This tends to be a popular topic each year, so I'm always so happy to do it. We got Black Widow here. Hey, Black Widow. Oh, awesome. Let me know if everything turned out okay. All right. All right, I think I'm caught up finally. You're fine, Wendy. You're fine. I think you pretty much, we got Kathy. Yeah, we got Marissa here. We got Tammy. Yeah, you got it. All right. I think I got everybody. So tonight we will be discussing what mine and your word and or phrase of the year for 2026. Some of us might have a phrase to kind of go along, with the word that we have for the year. Or you might just use a phrase instead of a word of the year. But it's definitely one of my favorite times to do this. Your word and or phrase of the year, if you have never heard of this concept, is very, very, very simple. This can apply to your business or personal life or both if you need to. But you just come up with whatever your word you want to reflect, like on your past year, and think about your values, your intentions, your goals for the coming year, what you hope for, and all that kind of stuff. Mine definitely usually will go with my goals. So it can also take some brainstorming of words and ideas. You might be asking, so Scooter, how do I, those of you that are new to this, you've never done this before, how do I know what my word or phrase is for the year? Like, how do you know? And so I've always told you guys in the past on this, and I'll say it again this year. I say it every year. You will just know when you know on what the word is and or your phrase for the year that you want to represent you for the year. So we are looking for those that represent you for the year of 2026. I cannot believe we are in 2026 now. So let's do this thing. And I am bringing it back for tonight. But real quick, here we go. I haven't done that in so long. So good to see it back. But this is a new year, a new beginning, and things will change. New year, a new chapter, new verse, or just the same old story. Ultimately, we write it. The choice is ours. So that's your positive spot thought for tonight. So we're just going to go right into it. Like I said, this is going to be a really quick night. It won't be as long as our forgiveness series nights have been. Hello, Lena. Welcome in. So good to see you. But let's discuss accomplishments real quick. 2025, I think, was a year to actually push myself in my business, on the business side, my side business. It seems like 2025 was the first full year as well where I felt happy to be at my regular job as well. And I mean, I've been happy with that job, and I would never change my full-time job because of how lucky I am to do what I do at my regular job. But 2025, if I would just reflect on my personal life and my side business, was a year of contentment for me, if you will. For 2025, I continue to do my auctions. I continue to manage and stick with my plans for the most part as well. Granted, there were, as always, some wrenches thrown in there, here and there, as always. But I also did vendor events with Harley as well. Production-wise, I did very, very well. It was also the first time since I started my business, since I turned my business into an LLC. It is, and I did that halfway through 2021 is when I did that. I actually ended 2025 year in a profit. So I'm kind of a little panicked about the tax, but I think I'll be okay. And it wasn't a huge profit by any measures, by any means whatsoever, but it was still a profit. Even if it was $1 over, it's still a profit, right? But it's the first year that I actually have done that, which is basically what they say happens. It takes 3 to 5 years typically that you should start to be in the profit. The first few years, you'll have a loss, but after that time, you should be, kind of in a profit zone there. And I think I made about the same as I did last year, maybe a little bit more, maybe a little bit less. But as far as what I was, sending out, or I guess, as my, trying to think of what you call it, but as my items sold, I might have maybe sold more higher price items. But thank you, Nancy. I was really stoked. I was like, what is going on? Now, granted, I've had my flea market business in there. And this year, I also kept the teas. And then I had the auctions. But this past year, 2025, I really, really, really started focusing on selling on different platforms. I've always sold on Poshmark. Poshmark is what got me started in reselling. And so I was... it will always be the heart of my reselling. That's what I started with. There's people that like Poshmark. There's people that hate Poshmark, but it will always have a place in my heart because that's where I started. So that concentrate on Mercari and eBay. And so I can, that was a big, huge focus for 2025 for me. And I'm so glad I did that. I continue to be able to help people accomplish individually, whether it was with Monday Motivation, maybe some life coaching in there, and to those that began doing lives for the first time and auctioning, or even just selling on platforms for the first time as well. I kept my YouTube number over the 2,000 mark. It might dip below that. I'm watching it. YouTube has been messing with me for end of last year. So we'll see. Robert and I, we actually took one big trip. We took a small road trips throughout the year, but we did definitely take one big trip for 2025. So now, next Monday, guys, I don't want you to worry. We will continue with the series on forgiveness. So don't worry. But tonight we're solely focusing on this. So speaking of Monday Motivation, with the chat participation, one new thing I'm doing starting this year. Actually, I started it last Monday, but that's okay. That was still New Year, wasn't it? But we do a drawing for the chat participation. So when I give a question, you respond or you make the statement. And when you do whatever it is I ask you to do, I star your comment and you get entered into the drawing. This year, not only will you get an entry for every chat participation that you participate in, but if you decide that you would love to help support my channel more, whatever, for every super chat or the super stickers, or when you become a member of my channel, you're going to get an extra entry into the monthly drawing. So more chances, more ways to get into these drawings as well. So that is a new one that I'm giving you guys. So just to let you know, if you start seeing that you have, I don't know if you actually see, but you'll get extra stars is what I'm trying to say, and extra entries into the monthly drawing that we do. So chat participation time. See, Lena's already doing it. Thank you, Lena. Welcome back. So good to have you back in the member area. So you will definitely get that extra drawing in there. So chat participation time. Here we go, guys. I want you guys to share your accomplishments that you had for 2025. Regardless if it was a business or personal type thing, I want you to put in chat what you want to share that you feel was most successful for 2025. If it was just surviving 2025, then that's perfectly fine. That's an accomplishment. But no matter how big or small of a success, no matter if it's business or personal, I want you to share what your accomplishments that you had in 2025. So, and then we're going to kind of get into planning, and then we'll do the word of the year. I love that, Mary. Mary said, one step in front of the other, easy does it. Progress, not perfection. Oh, and don't look back. You're not going that way. Forward momentum, right? The pace is none of my business. I love it. Thank you, Mary. Joanne said, I started reselling. Yeah, you did, girl. Yes, you did. She's getting more and more into it. So I'm so proud of you, Joanne, because getting to watch you, my favorite is watching people that have never gone live on YouTube, regardless if it's to come on and, because I will, and it's going to be coming up. I told you it was coming up last year, but we are definitely doing it this year for when I have special guests on Monday Motivation Night. Those of you that have never gone live before, those of you that never sold live before, I love, it is probably one of my greatest loves of YouTube, of watching people come on that have never done this before and watching them just absolutely blossom and take off. That's the joy I get from this. Nancy says, staying at my job as a cashier at Ingles, a grocery store, but now looking for a new job with better hours and pay. Right? I tell you, the retail jobs, kudos to you guys. I did that for a while, and unless you're a manager, it is so hard to get the hours that you need and everything. But yes, do not give up, because it is possible. It is so very possible. Lena said, I was able to start my own booth. I love it. That had been a dream for a long time. And meet you beautiful people. That helps me keep my business going. Love you all. It's awesome because you get surrounded by people like Robert. He supports me 1,000%. I know that 1,000% he supports me. But he doesn't do this. So while he understands and he gets happy for me, excited for me on certain things, it takes someone else that's doing the same thing to kind of get what you're really saying, like get as excited as you do. So I'm so glad to have you here, Lena. Tammy says, doing my own auctions with fabulous friends. Thanks to the ladies and guys for the support. And I love that, Tammy. You really, it's taking some pushing and letting go. I'm so proud of you, Tammy. You've come a long ways for sure. We got Mary saying, I concentrate on my health. I started following channels like this. Awesome. I love it, Mary. Marissa says, slowly finding my new me and new life without my dad. Oh, I get that one. 1,000%. I get that. And a lot of people here will understand that as well. So it's it's a new kind of normal, I guess, if you will, right? Selena says, not sure. Oh, you got some, girl. I know you do. Kathy says, setting boundaries, YouTube channel, acceptance of health issues. Last days of the year, use the word happy to describe myself for the first time in years. Yay. I love it, Kathy. Cole says, medically participating in drug study to cure my chemotoxicity nerve pain. Yes. And the drug worked. Yes, yes, yes. And I have my mobility back pain-free. Yes. Oh, that just gives me chills. I'm so excited. We were there for that moment, weren't we, guys? Oh, I love it. Joanne says, thank you. It took me a while to get up the nerve. I have fun. I still like being a moderator too. You're good at it, Joanne. You are so good at it. I'll be like, where is Joanne? We need Joanne. Black Widow says, survived the paperwork of retirement of hubby. He's still alive, also being home all the time. Made my first year of the channel. Yes, made some great friends. Yeah, you did, girl. I'm so proud of you too, Black Widow. And I'm so glad that you're in my life. Talk about retirement, though. That's one thing I'm sitting here thinking, so will I survive that with Robert, Because usually we were home the last 2 weeks of the year together. And I'm sure he was probably like, you need to go back to work or you need to go do something. Lisa D says, upper dental removed all roots and dentures. I can smile once again. Small, but means so much to me. Yes, I am a big believer when it comes to smiling. My orthodontist, my second orthodontist later in my life, when I got my second set of braces, he had a quote up on the wall and it was talking about smiling. And that is so very, very true about, it doesn't cost anything to give a smile. That it is so important. Like, I've always been very self-conscious of my mouth, and y'all know that story. For most of y'all know that story. And so it's always mattered to me about the smiles, and everything. So yes, I love that, Lisa D. And it's also builds your confidence, right? Awesome, guys. I love that y'all are sharing these. You'll think of it later, Selena, and tell me. Right? She is such a happy person. I'm so, even those of you that just come into my Monday Motivation and come to the auctions, and I've got to know you by email or by phone or text, messenger, whatever, just getting to know you guys and watching you from the sidelines, so to speak, of you guys growing and blossoming as well. It's just, I can't tell you the emails that I get of people talking about, especially Monday Motivation, how they are so thankful for it. And those, you never know how much you're impacting people until people tell you. And I just think I'm just a little bitty small channel, and not really having much more of new people. But it doesn't matter to me about getting the new people, because just hearing the emails that y'all send me, reading those and everything, it just inspires me. It keeps me going to keep doing what I'm doing. And so thank you guys for that. Let's see. Yep. Every one of my friends have gone through chemo. I've always heard that. Wendy said, last year my word was determined. I had to accept stepping back from YouTube, focusing on my health, and determined to get better and back on YouTube. Love that, Wendy. Yes. Hello, Francine. Welcome in. You're not late. We're just getting started. Right? That's kind of like, improves your life and livelihood. It's hard, I work full time during the week. I do my Monday motivations. I do my auctions more time, 2 to 3 times a week, more than that. But then I also work at the flea market every other weekend. And that is a choice that I made and everything. And so I accept that. But I tell you, I'm really such a people person. I mean, I've been a service assistant, if you will, a glorified secretary, whatever you want to call my role. Been doing that for over 30 years. But I truly, genuinely love people. And working at the flea market, I've told Robert more than I care to count. It's something about being up there and getting to see the repeat customers and new customers and people that are just so willing to tell you, their walks of life or their story or why they love this item that they're purchasing. And there are certain things that people will say to me, and I'm just like, okay, I was just asking how you were, but it feeds my soul. I love being up there and getting to see everybody and so forth. So some have become such dear friends of mine as far as customers, and then the vendors, of course, have become such good friends. So, but yes, doing things like that, it definitely brings livelihood back to your life and everything. All right, hold on a second. Hello to everybody. I'm so sorry, Marissa. I will keep you in my prayers that your week gets better. Yes. No, I love it, Lisa D. Thank you. I appreciate that. Positive ripple effect. Funny you say that. You'll see why here in a minute. Let's see. Oh, I love it. Yes. Shadow thinks she's working with Mama at the booth. Yes, I love it. And I love watching her pop the bubble wrap. That always tickles me when I see her doing that. And Robert will always send you more bubble wrap than what you need when he sends your items. So, all right. Let's jump into planning real quick. My favorite part of the new year is what I like to talk about most, because for me, I like to look at it like it's another new book, if you will. It's a new first chapter, and the pages are blank for me to create another year. Like others, I imagine most of us personally feel refreshed. We're excited for a new year. Some of us can't wait for 2025 to be over with and start 2026, start a new year, new slate, if you will. Me personally, I cleared my whiteboard again. I have this big whiteboard right here that has my goals and so forth. But I cleared my whiteboard again to what I want to focus for 2026. And I started in my planner to plan a bunch of Monday motivation topics and everything, along with the auctions. And all that is in place for the most part. So, yes, you did. There you go. See? So, for 2026 for me, my biggest goal for the year, as always, is to concentrate on making more than what I bring home from my full-time job. Come close this past year, came very close to that. And in my planner, I like to put what I made the year before at the beginning of the month for me, and then I try to beat that each month. When it comes to my side business. And that includes my auctions, that includes the platforms I sell on, that includes the flea market, and anywhere else. Like if I do vendor events with Harley, those numbers go in there. So each month I have at the very beginning, this is what I did last year. I want to beat this number. More times than not, it's successful, but then there's some months that I don't, and that's okay. It's just a fun challenge for myself. So I want to continue doing that. I've always done it. That's what I want to continue to do. For those of you that don't know, I am a very number person. I didn't never realize how much of a number person I was until I got to doing this type of thing for myself. I know I like to have a big overall number for the year. This is my big number that I wanted to make this year. But I have found when that's all I concentrate on, it almost dampens my spirit. It dampens my excitement for the year as the months come, go along and so forth. So I break it down into bite-sized pieces. I'm always telling you guys, the old elephant thing that you can only eat the elephant by one bite at a time. My true monthly number I want to make is to be comfortable, and that's what I concentrate on. I break them down into a monthly amount and accomplish some business goals with that money as well. But try to beat what I bring home before taxes. That's my big goal for myself. Francine says, Scooter, I want to tell you look so pretty with that blonde hair. You wear it well. Thank you. I love being blonde. I love it almost as much as I love the red hair. But thank you. I figure it'd be easy to go with the gray as it comes in and so forth. I don't have to color it as much. So thank you guys. Y'all know how to pick me up, don't you? Like I said earlier, I truly love my regular full-time job. So I have no desire to leave my full-time job. There for a little bit, I was struggling, especially when I lost my parents and my brother. I was really struggling. But now I love what I do, who I work for. He's like a brother to me. He takes care of me. But I want to keep what I'm doing. So when the time, I want to keep doing my side business, what I'm saying. So when the time does come that I need to maybe quit, I don't see that happening anytime in the future, but near future, I should say. Or it comes time to retire. That time is going to come, hopefully, that I can still help with our income with doing my side business. But to do that, I also need to accomplish some pretty big things as well. You just keep on trying, Tammy, right? She's like, but I need you more. We all know, like I said earlier, that my favorite saying is you can't eat the whole elephant in one bite. You have to break it down little by little. This is very helpful for you when you are looking at big numbers, or you're looking at what you want to do in a year, or even in a month, or in the next week, whatever that may be. But it helps to break that big number into smaller bites so that that big number can happen and not be so scary. It'll just be icing on the cake, as I like to say, when I beat that. But I don't want it to be my primary focus for myself. I do have to share this past year, my goal was not to stay a storage place. Remember, I don't know, some of y'all that were here last year, my big goal was to go through my warehouse, get it out of here. If I didn't sell on auction, get it in the flea market booth or get it listed. One of those. I did not want to have a death pile. I have a small but maintainable death pile, if you will. But for 90%, I feel like I've accomplished that majorly this past year. So I have a reselling business. It's a legit LLC. And that is what I need to do, is not be a storage place, to be my business. So I'm really proud of that for myself for 2025. I do want to concentrate more on the jewelry part, because that's probably what I have the bulk, the major amount of stuff in is the jewelry. And I want to get that down into a manageable amount this year. Used to, I could sell jewelry starting out. When I started out on YouTube, I could sell it like it was hotcakes. It was no problem to sell jewelry. And that's how I met most of you guys. But it got so saturated that it's become, for me, not necessarily for everybody else, but it's become harder for me to sell just straight out just jewelry, the whole show. And to get the sales like I used to. Man, I miss COVID years. I mean, regardless, the sickness and everything, I still miss the COVID years. Money was good then. So I need to get rid of my jewelry. I need to slim down on that so that it's not so overwhelming of how much jewelry that I still have, like everything. So for YouTube, again, I want to just maintain. If I grow, great. I just leave it in God's hands for what he will have for me on here. I don't worry about it. I don't worry about the subscribers. I mean, I look at my numbers. I look at everything. But I would still like to get to 2,500 in subs. Who wouldn't, right? But who knows when that will happen. I don't care when it happens. If it happens this year, great. If it goes past that, even better. Again, YouTube likes to clean out, and that's what I've been going through. Financially, I made more money with YouTube in 2025 than I did for 2024 and 23. So I will take it, even no matter what, because if you have a YouTube channel, you don't really make anything once you're monetized. You got to have thousands of subscribers to have like a constant flow of income on YouTube if you're monetized. But you have to hit the $100 mark to ever get a payout. And I did that more times last year And so I'm thankful for that. And so I want to just keep that going. I just want to maintain as far as YouTube. I can only worry about so much. So, yes. Thank you, Cool Ranch. Opportunity bins, not death, pal. Right. Yeah. Positivity. Yes. Lena says, I'm looking forward to trying to get auctions on YouTube going, hoping to get a bigger place where we won't be so packed in here, though, right? I mean, we have 4 bedrooms, and I take up 1 bedroom. I really kind of take up the other bedroom, and we're still busting at the seams. That's what I'm saying. Robert's got his collections, and he's busting at the seams in his office that he has, his man cave, if you will. I did learn in 2025 again that I do well with Monday motivations being consistent. I do very well at having auctions consistent 2 to 3 times a week. No weekends unless I just want to do it. So I want to maintain that as well. I just want it if I do more, I just want it to be a choice, not, I got to do this again, type thing. Not sure how much time I will have, though, going into the big new ideas that I and Tammy have for this year. So I want to continue to do my shorts that I've been doing. I'm not sure on the hashtags if I want to keep those going just yet for the monthly drawing. But so far, I've been still dropping them. So make sure you're watching the shorts. Put the hashtag in the comment. This, like I said, this past year, it was so important. It'll be important this year even more so to add Poshmark, eBay, and Mercari back. And I'm so thankful that I did it this past year. It filled in the gaps of when sales weren't too hot on auctions or if sales weren't too hot at the flea market. Like it's always important that you have a lot of passive income, if you will, and that you have other buckets of income. It's not just totally one thing. I'm so thankful that Cool reminded me about Flip Crosslister. I had already been a part of that beforehand, and so I signed back up for it again, and it has saved me so much time on cross posting and marking my solds and stuff all across the platforms. But it really helped me in obtaining that profit for my business last year. So I will keep on using Flip Crosslister for that. Flea market business, my goal is to always pay my rent with what I make, so I never have to pay anything extra out of pocket. Maybe no more than 2 months have I ever had to really pay out of pocket. But I really would like to see that number to be even bigger than it has been. So I really need to get in there and stay consistent and working in my booths and so forth. Did totally made a major investment at the end of the year with the more teas and stuff. I've introduced those into the flea market business, and it's paid off so far. I got more soaps, more lotions that I've invested in. And so I added all of those new things to my booth. So hopefully that will start helping out. Because again, it's a good filler when I need to have, just money coming in. So those kind of things really help out. They aren't big price items, but they do help, as being a filler. So she is a smart woman. I do want to continue to do some vendor events with Harley. I know this gives her a break from being a full-time mom and everything, but it also allows us to spend some much needed mother and daughter time together. So again, seeing her succeed is all that feels for me as always. So I love being able to watch my kids succeed. I'm getting to watch Shelby, my oldest daughter. Tammy just really needed some help at the store. And so I'm like, hey, I got Shelby, my oldest, she just stays at home, and she's always been a stay-at-home mom as well. And Emma's now 13 and so forth. And so I thought it'd be really good mentally for Shelby to get out of the house more and to, be involved in more things. So Tammy brought her into the flea market, and she's up there more times than I can count. And Tammy got her started. We're so thankful for Tammy. I can never express that enough. But Tammy got her started into selling freeze-dried candy, and it's phenomenal. It's so good. So she's got a little area in the produce area where I have my teas and Tammy has her veggies and stuff like that. And then she's got a little area in one of my booths to sell her candy. And we actually had a customer checking out today, and she's like, I had your sample a little while ago, and oh my gosh, this is the best thing because it just melts in your mouth. So getting to watch my oldest succeed now is just, it's more rewarding than any of the money I could ever make. So I know it. So personally for me, for Roadflow and I, we did one big trip in 2025, but this year is our 25th wedding anniversary in September. And we've talked Las Vegas because that's where we got married in 2001, and we haven't been back since. So 25 years, we haven't been there, and so I would love to go back there. So we talked about going to Vegas, and then I really would love to take him to Hawaii to see Pearl Harbor. He is a history nut, and he's never been before. I would just love for him to be able to get to go through all that and do the day trip and so forth over there. So I need to keep my booty busy selling for the big part this year so we can do both, hopefully this year. So probably spring and then probably around our anniversary. One of or both of those trips will want to happen. This year, I am trying to get, nope, get this right, Scooter. I'm going to get my auctioneer's license, as y'all are, most of y'all are pretty well aware. This will open new doors. I'm not sure if I want to get into the estate sale part where you go to people's home and actually do the estate sales. Tammy and I have talked about that we probably would rather buy out estates and then do warehouse type sales and online sales at the auction houses that you see like on Auction Zip and High Bid or something like that, and some of the other ones. So we kind of talked about that, but that is my biggest goal this year is to get my license. So that I'm excited for that. I'm excited to see where that might lead. I haven't started on my vision board. You know, last year we did a vision board. I haven't started on it this year. I honestly didn't change it last year. I'm still 50 years old as far as, well, I guess I did because it's updated to 50. And I'm 51 now. Anyways, it hasn't been updated since I turned 50, before I turned 50. So I would like to add to it or take from it different things. So we'll see. If we do a vision board, we'll do it later. So again, chat participation time. I've been talking enough about all my plans. What are some of your goals? This chat participation time. What are some of your goals for 2026? If you have set any new things that you want to try to go for this year that you maybe you tried it last year and you came close, and so this year you really want to get it done. So Cool said, does Arkansas require an auction license, or is that just one of your goals to stretch yourself? Nope, got to have an auctioneer's license if you want to get into doing like this. We have a place here called Grassroots. It's a warehouse estate sale place that I absolutely love. And he's the one that told me, he said, if y'all want to get into this, y'all want to have, one of y'all has to have your auctioneer license. I thought I was going to get like, because that's just for auction, what do they call that? Auction in-house type sale. I really thought I would go and get my actual, like, do the bids and stuff type thing. Because if Tammy and I ever held an auction, a live auction at like a hometown or wherever, you got to either A, have your license and have that part added to your license in order to call it, or you got to hire somebody to do the calling bid for you. And then I got the email last week that said I passed my federal and state background, and so I'm set to go for my test and everything. And those are going to get the auction, the bidding, whatever you want to call that. Those are going to get that. You will have a mock auction. I told Tammy, I was like, I don't know if I want to do that, I don't want to get in front of people. And she's like, you get in front of people, Aubrey? almost every night on YouTube. I'm like, that's different. I'm on the other side of the screen. This isn't in front of actual people, like body to body type thing. So yeah, I was like, I just don't know if I want to do that. All right. Nancy, so let the Lord guide me in my job search. There goes the words. Like Widow says, spend more time in my garden. Mary said, declutter. Keep breathing, be healthy. Yes. Yeah, I think I really, for right now, I think I just want to be like behind the scenes. Because I've been watching YouTube channels where they teach you how to do the big calling thing. And I'm just like, yeah, I stumble over my words enough as it is. So we'll see. We'll see. I can always add it later if I want to. So, Nancy, spend more time in reading God's word. Yes. Yes, that's one of my goals. I actually ordered one of those read your Bible in a year type notebook things. I don't know if y'all seen them, but they have like the stickers and stuff like that, which I don't care about that. But it guides you to read the whole Bible in a year's time. It kind of gives you topics and, things like questions and things like that as you read your Bible. So yes, that's one of my goals too. Kathy says, I have a goal, except not anything I'm sharing with anyone right now. No worries. That counts. Tammy says, win the lottery and never be blocked on anyone's channel. You're so funny. Lena says, back to selling on YouTube. Go back to doing our town's flea market once a month. Get a car that me and Shadow can take a trip to Hershey's, Pennsylvania. Yes. Bring me back some chocolate, Lena. Lisa D says, budget better. Joanne says, work on organizing my house and decluttering and also my storage unit. Love it. Hey, Shelby, work on getting good grades for school. You can do it, girl. Welcome in, Shelby. So good to see you. Did you, Mary? I'm so excited. Like, I cannot wait for it to get here. I'm like, it's 12 days. I need to get started on this. But I do my devotions every morning, and then I do my prayer. But I really want to get into reading the Bible. I've never read the whole Bible, verses here and there and stuff type things. So that's really one of my goals this year. I just feel like I'll grow more, in that part of my life, and that's where I really want to grow. Hershey's, yum. Kathy says, learning how to pace myself better so I have less in bed all day. Yes, right? Yes. I had that problem this weekend, Kathy. I was just having those. I talked to Selena about it. I was just like, Saturday I was just having a day. Friday I was having a day. And I was just like, I didn't want to do anything. Did not want to do anything. I don't know if it's all this hormonal changes and stuff. I got some other things going on as of today, and so I don't know if all that's affecting my whole mood and stuff. But yeah, yesterday was great because I got to go out with Robert to a very good estate sale, if I say myself, and I got to spend time with Tammy as well, and that always lifts up my spirits more. So. Cool says, be consistent with YouTube auctions, start pre-recording videos for my YouTube channel, start doing cooking video. Oh, yes. Yes, Cool. That's what you need to do. Cool is probably one of the best cookers I've ever known in my life. I could get down with some of your cooking videos for real, Cool. All right. Wendy says, I like to declutter both my house and my double storage unit. I like to be on YouTube selling on auctions, meeting new people more too. Yes, I think that helps everybody, especially some of y'all that don't get to go out much. Home is pretty much where you spend most of your time and everything. And I think this kind of thing, if you get into the right group and everything, where you don't have people belittling the drama, you don't have people blocking you for no reason, things like that. If you get into those kind of groups, this can be very therapeutic, I believe. Oh my God, it is so good. Her cooking. Black Widow said, I really like chronological Bible. Reads more like a novel. Ah, I'll have to tell me more, Black Widow. And Wendy said, I also like to post more on Mom's Read Room. That's not right, is it? Was it Rummage? And now that my husband isn't working due to his health, I truly want to help out more financially. We'll have that. Yes. You do it so well, cool. Robert will agree. All right. So, I've been telling, hold on. That's good. No, I didn't. Goals. That's what we were talking about. Goals. Planning. Mom's Rummage Room. Thank you, cool. I was like, I know Rummage is in there somewhere. I've been telling you guys I want to hear what your word of the year is for 2026. I love doing this. This is my 6th year to do it for myself. Y'all seem to love it. We've done it, I think, 3 years now. So I hope it becomes, those of you that are new to the channel and so forth, it becomes something that you love to do as well. It's in the order it happened rather than scatter all over like the life of certain people. Yes. I remember that now. Thank you. Thank you, Black Widow. Yes. And I think that's what this thing that I got, I think that's how it's going to flow. Because I'm like, how can I don't know. I'm going to keep that to myself because I'm not very smart when it comes to the Bible. So, let's see. In 2024, my word was resilient, if you'll remember. Robert actually came up with that word for me because of what happened in 2022 and 23. In 2025, my word of the year, and I have forgotten this, guys, if I'm honest with you, was value. I don't feel like that I truly reflect that much this past year on that. With my time and such, but I feel in other areas I did, create some value in there for me and so forth. So chat participation time. I will share what my word and phrase of the year for 2026 here in a minute, but I want you to feel free to start dropping your word and or phrase in chat now. So let's see what you guys have come up with. So feel free to start dropping what your word of the year and or phrase of the year is. If you don't know what this is yet, that's fine. Maybe someone else's word or phrase will inspire you, and it's okay if someone's word strikes you and you duplicate it. There's nothing wrong with that whatsoever, because we've had a few of you that have done that some in the past year. So, like I said before, I feel you will know when you know what that word phrase is. It's just going to strike you. You're going to be like, yes, that is my word of the year. Yes, me too. That's why I'm loving this forgiveness series that we're doing as well. Lisa D. Mary, progress. Yes, Nancy, freedom. Lisa D, budgeting. Kathy said, I gave up words for the year a long time ago and it set me up for failure. Oh, no. Let's see. Cool said, my word of the year 2026 is transformative. I love it. Whoops. Chat jumped on me. Sorry about that. There we go. Joanne said, word, boundaries, phrase. It's okay to say no. Ooh, who all of us can all, yes, build that one. It's hard for me to say no. It is so hard for me to say no. Tammy says, camaraderie. She's given us the full definition and everything. Mutual trust and friendship among people who spend a lot of time together. A genuine camaraderie. Maybe that's the way, when I say I work up there on the weekends, I feel like that's what it is. It's camaraderie. Lena says, moving forward from things that have been wrong to me. Forward. I love it. Yes. Good job, guys. Mary says, and peace. She wants to add peace to that, too. Wendy says, my word of the year is believe. When I have doubt, I need to believe. When I start to lose faith, I need to believe more. And when I get overwhelmed, I need to believe that I can do it. And you can. And you got all of us here to support you, Wendy. 1,000%. Yes. Kathy said the last few weeks I've been seeing where God has taken me and to have purpose. Not going to use that word purpose myself. Just seeing where God takes me with that. Love it, Kathy. Good job. Yes. I love it. Yes, Lena. Lisa D says peace. See, there you go. Black Widow, restoration, to receive back more than has been lost to the point where the final state is greater than the original condition. The act of restoring, renewal, revival, or reestablishment. Another definition. Yes, I love that. Y'all have got some great ones this year. I love these. Thank you, guys. So my word of the year that I want to focus on for 2026 for myself is the word unstoppable. I was working at the flea market last weekend, I think it was, not this past weekend, but the weekend before, and the Sia song, Unstoppable, came on. And I was like, yes. And I love that song to begin with. Love that song. But, 3 snaps and a twist is what I'm going to be, is unstoppable this year. Just got chills saying that. Yes, they are. They're great words to live by. Right, Kathy? It's so not easy to say no. But again, that is my aim for the auctioneer license and to see what the good Lord has planned for me. So that is my word of the year. Again, like I said, you will know when you know. It will just hit you, kind of like that song coming on the radio as I was working, and I was just like, yep, that's it. That is it. It feels right. It hits right. It fits right. And bam, there we are. Here we go. Unstoppable is my word for the year. And then I took it a step further to have a phrase to go with it, something like how y'all did as well. Oh, I love that, Nancy. Sweet Kathy, you have more than a word of the year. You have a story to be told and a bright and loving one. I love that, Nancy. Yes. Yes, when you don't feel like doing it. You're just like, okay. Where did Francine's? Oh, there it is. I was like, where did Francine said something? And that is a good one. It took me a long time, always trying to please others. Yes. Those of us that are people pleasers. Yes. Thank you, Lena. So, like I said, I have a phrase that goes on with mine. Now, again, don't get me wrong. I always go over several words in my head because as I start telling you guys to get ready for your word, I'm like, dang it, I got to come up with my word, And I try them out. I say them out loud. I look at where I've been the previous year, where I'm wanting to go for this year. Unstoppable. Well, you're going to help me with it too, Tammy. You're not getting off that easy. But this word is one that it just struck a chord in me and deep down inside of me. And this word, it gets me excited. It gives me all the warm feelings. And most of all, it gives me hope. But it's also a challenging word for me and maybe a little scary too. So if you remember from our Fear is for Suckers topic, those of y'all that have been around, if it scares you, then it's worth it. And you grow from it because it gets you out of your comfort zone. Unstoppable, real quick, since y'all are into this whole definition thing tonight. Unstoppable means impossible to stop or prevent, not capable of being stopped, highly successful and innovative. So, Francine said my word is self-care. The practice of taking an active role in protecting one's own well-being and happiness, in particular during periods of stress. See, there's another definition. Love it, Francine. Yes. Self-care. Yes. So, again, my phrase for the year, to go along with my word of the year, unstoppable, go along with my word of the year also includes the word unstoppable. And it's unstoppable. I'm going to look at unstoppable from within. Unstoppable from within. I know the only thing that can stop me is me. No one else can stop me. Sure, people can try, but I choose if I allow them to stop me. And why would I not want to stand up for myself and be unstoppable? Because I'm afraid to rock the boat a little bit, because I don't want to ruffle someone else's feathers, because I don't want to create ripples. Being unstoppable, I'm willing to make a splash that creates the ripple effect of success. Who said that earlier? Was it Lena? One of y'all said that earlier, and I was like, I love that you say that, because that's in my notes tonight. So, I'm really going to focus on that this year. That's my word of the year. I feel powerful saying it. If someone wants to stop me, let them try. It isn't going to happen unless I choose to allow them. Right? Yes, I love that too, Tammy. So nice to see kindness in the chat. Oh, thank you, Nancy. Yes, everybody's got a great word. I love these words this year. Y'all are getting better. Those of you that's been doing this for 3 years with me, y'all are getting some great words. I love these words. But guys, you also on the other side of the screen, you are unstoppable too. Know you are worthy to be unstoppable. Don't let anyone diminish how unstoppable that you really are. I truly feel, and why I love Monday Motivation, it's also my favorite quote from Zig Ziglar. I can't let a year go by without sharing the quote. I love that, Nancy. She said, your ripple effect you have on your success may empower someone else to change as well. Oh, you get an extra gold star. I love that. Thank you, Nancy. That is always Zig Ziglar's quote. You can have everything in life that you want if you will just help enough. If you will just help enough other people get what they want. So I want to continue to do that as well. Go make your short. We briefly discussed goals a little bit. I shared my goals with you guys. Remember, guys, also, while you're doing these goals, if you haven't started setting any goals, or you're starting to kind of feel overwhelmed with some of the goals you've set for yourself, remember, guys, not to set up yourself for these traps when you're doing these goals and everything. Don't forget that in between goals and dreams is still this thing that we call life. And that has to be lived and enjoyed. So don't get yourself overwhelmed with these goals and so forth. Your big dreams. Remember, you still got life to do as well. So if you want to gain more, you have to be willing to do more. Same for personal or for business goals. It doesn't matter. If you want more, you have to be willing to do more. You have to be willing to do more, to be more, to have more. Not 10 steps ahead, just one step at a time. What are some of your goals? What can I do to help you to achieve your goal, to hold you accountable to? We all need each other. We will still be continuing. We all still need each other. We are still going to be continuing on forgiving what you can't forget next week, the whole series on forgiveness. If this is your first time to hear of it, if you go back a few weeks, you can start at the very beginning of the series and catch up before next week with us. But we will still be continuing that series, just a few more weeks on that, and then we're going to be starting a whole new series after that. So let's do another chat participation. Yes, so very true, Wendy. No matter how much you're in a financial bind, kindness is free and truly helps others. Thanks, Tammy. Lena says, I found if people take things from me, they must have needed it more than me. Yes, and it's okay if they never apologize for what they have done, because God has my back and more. forward. Yes, I love it. Awesome. Oh, yes, Francine. I went through a hardship this year and still trying to get my budget straight. However, I know in my heart that God always provides. So blessed. Amen. Yes. Ah, there you go. There you go, Nancy. Yes. Hey, Harry, welcome in. Harry, what's your word of the year? Do you have a word of the year or your phrase or both? Whatever. Let me know, Harry. So good to see you. Chat participation time. Anything else that you guys want to discuss before we end tonight? I'm giving you a freestyle chat participation time, if you will. Short time tonight. Well, we still went over the hour mark, but that's okay. Y'all have some great stuff to share tonight. So anything else y'all want to talk about real quick before we get out of here? Anything else? Again, guys, truly, if there's something that you want to be held accountable for or whatever, feel free to reach out to me. I'm so proud of a few certain of you that have been emailing me here lately of what things you're planning this year and so forth. I'm so proud of you. If there's anything I can do to help you guys, let me know on that. Kathy says she has a prayer request. Yes, Kathy. Let us know what that is. I got one too. Mary says, I am grateful for what God has given and for what he has taken from me. Right? When we're going through it, when something's being taken from us, we can't see what the reason is until we get to the other side of it, if you will. And then you're just like, okay, God, I get it. I get it. All right. Anything else, guys? Kathy, let us know what your prayer request is. Oh, no. Harry said he just got home a few hours ago. My doctor gave me a prescription. It has some bad effects. It was, how do you say that word, Harry? But feel better tonight. So glad you are, Harry. Keep us updated. Let us know that you're okay. Got you. So Kathy said next Tuesday will be 2 years on her oldest grandson passing away. He was 24. Definitely will add that to my prayer list, Kathy. Wendy said, hold on, let me grab my paper here. Like I told y'all the other night, I usually keep a paper in front of me as I'm doing my prayers. And here lately it's been like, okay, God, you know what prayers have been put on my heart. I can't remember names in the situation. You know what those are. And so I just lift them up to you. So, Kathy. And then Wendy said, if everybody could please keep my husband in your prayers and myself. He had an infusion treatment today, but it was for bronchitis because they need to clear that before starting the chemo medicine, right? Once again. So Wendy, I've been praying for Wendy and her husband for quite some time now. So I will add that extra in there, Wendy. Husband's bronchitis. So cancer treatment can start again. All right, got it. Lisa D, you've also been another one. Prayers, my elderly brother, tomorrow he sees a doctor for his cancer and then another cancer doctor next week. He is 80. They're deciding how to treat it. Gotcha. Herbie, is that his name? Is that really his name? I love when y'all give me names. I just feel like it's more personal when I do my prayers. Brother. How to treat. Got it, Lisa D. Last me. Oh, I feel that one. I always say I've never felt so much of the scripture regarding orphans in the Bible until literally I became my mom and dad passed and my brother, and I'm the last one of my core unit family, and so I understand that. All right. And Herbie. I remember he saying that he had the flu. Bless his heart. Wendy said, well, even on our praise, the infusion for the cancer and the pills have been working. So at least they know what treatment to put him back on after he gets rid of the bronchitis. Praise, yes, praise the Lord. Excellent praise report. Yes. Goes by Herb. Yeah. Love it. I mean, all I could think of though was it Disney movie? I love that. I wrote that down. As Santa. That's the way Jimmy is. Jimmy looks like Santa. I showed y'all that picture. Oh, you're fine, Harry. You're fine. I'm just glad to see you in here. Yes. He's probably like, don't put me on the spot about the word of the year. Right? You can always watch the whole thing. Yes. So, if y'all can keep me on your prayer list this week, however long you want to do. But anyways, if you keep me in your prayers this week, that I'll pass my test next week. I get nervous, and I'm not a good test taker usually. I did pass my real estate exam, so I can't say that 100%. Truthfulness, love it, Harry. Yes. Good job, Harry. I love that. But anyways, I overanalyze test questions. I'm like, well, maybe they're asking this. Well, maybe they're asking that, and it's like, just know the terminology, Scooter. The concepts. Just know the concepts. But I'm really nervous and probably slightly worried as well. Nothing like cramming for an exam at 51, right? And then I have, as of this morning, last night, this morning, whatever. Those of you that saw my short, I have a medical, I don't know, do you call it situation, a medical issue, not really I don't know if you call it a problem. Anyways, I've had something come up. If you can keep me in your prayers for that as well, I would appreciate that. Right? And I'm like, okay, 75 questions. I only need to make a 70 on it, which I'm like, oh, that takes me back 37 days total. Yeah. Which I only had to have a 70 on the real estate exam. So I don't know why is 70 the number for all these exams? That's what I want to know. And 70 equals 100. But anyways, it's like, why do you got to have a 70? But it's 75 questions. And so I Googled it and I was like, how many questions can I miss and still pass? It said 22 questions. I'm like, really? 22 questions? So we'll see. We'll see. Yes, female stuff. The good stuff. Yes. Thank you, Francine. All right, guys. Well, thank you for starting off your week with me for Monday Motivation. I look forward to seeing what all we will all achieve this year with you guys. I know you have other things that you could always be doing. I know you got other people that you could be watching on the YouTube, etc. But you choose to be here each week. And so I just thank you guys for being here as always. So, well, I know that, but it's 100%. Like, if you do more than 70%, you're an overachiever. It's, at least with the Series 7 exam, is what I've always heard. So, you just need a 70. That's all you need. All right. Real quick, tomorrow night I will be on at 7:30 p.m. Central, and that will probably be my only auction for this week on my channel for the week. So I could be studying. I think Harley's going to join me tomorrow night. So if y'all love Harley, come on back tomorrow night. I think Selena will be here as well. So yeah, that's all I got going on this week. Might be on Black Widow's channel Sunday night for just a little bit. So make sure you're subscribed to Black Widow. But that's all I got scheduled for this week. Next Monday motivation on episode 153, we will discuss then about the correcting the dots. Remember, we talked about collecting the dots, connecting the dots. Now we're going to talk about how to correct those dots that we have. Another great topic that's still on forgiveness. We're still continuing the series. So come on back next Monday. Make sure you do all the YouTube things, subscribe, ring that bell, and a thumbs up. I would greatly appreciate that. Make it a great week. If I don't see you anywhere around the YouTube, remember, this is a new year. It's a new beginning, and things will change. The new year equals a new chapter, a new verse, or it can be a same old story if you don't want to do anything to improve or whatever. Ultimately, though, we write it, we create what we want in our lives and our chapter of our new year and everything. So the choice is ours. Now, let's do this thing. Y'all have a great rest of your night. Thank you, cool bullpucky. Y'all make it a great rest of your night, and I will see you somewhere around the YouTube. Love you guys.